Lions season's over, and I got a lot of thoughts on it. But, I'm someone who's been with the Detroit Lions for years, my whole life. I still got my Roy Williams bobblehead that I picked up at a game we lost to the Eagles like 20 years ago. I still sometimes wear my Joey Harrington jersey. I remember the dark days. And to see all these fans right now on like my Facebook feed who are all upset and up in arms, it's kind of interesting because a lot of them weren't upset back then. In fact, I didn't see them posting about the Lions. But I've been here, and I'm not going anywhere. This year was a huge success. 12 wins, tying the franchise record for most regular season wins, was huge. We took that next step, and we won a playoff game. We won 2 playoff games. We hosted playoff games. This team was in the driver's seat in that game yesterday. If you would have told me going into the playoffs that the Lions were going to be in the NFC Championship, we were going to lose to the 49ers in that game by 3 points, I would have told you that was a good year, and that would have been a good showing. Obviously things change when you add some context there, but this team is good enough. They are. They've got the talent, they've got the coaching, they've got the front office, they've got it all. So I truly believe we're going to be fine. Now, with all that, looking just at yesterday's game, there were like 4 or 5 key plays that if any one of those doesn't happen, I don't think the 49ers win. Then there was the fact that the Lions left time, like they wasted some time there. Like I told the people watching the game that we probably should have tried to get another play in before the 2-minute warning, called a timeout with like 4 seconds till the 2-minute warning. I thought that would have been a good time to call a timeout. We called that other timeout that then left us with 2, so those are the things that bothered me more than say going for it on 4th down. Now, the one in the first half where we're on the 2-yard line, I don't know. I think it's like Lions are 17 for 20 when it's like 4th and 2 or something like that. I could be wrong on that. Correct me in the comments if you want to. But when it's 4th and 2, I think the Lions are 17 of 20, which means it's a very high percentage play. And, that might even be higher than kicking a field goal. Not sure. Then the other going for it on 4th down, where you had, it would have been a 48-yard attempt. Badgley has not been a problem this year. However, from 50 and beyond, career-wise, he's 5 of 13, which I think puts him around 40%. And I know the 48 is technically shorter than 50, and he's like 70-some% when it's 40 to 49 yards. However, to me, a 48er might as well be a 50-yard field goal. So it's not a gimme, is my point. I had no problem with going for it. Obviously, Reynolds dropped the pass that would have been the first down there. He also dropped another first down catch a little bit later that would have kept a drive alive. The fumble by Gibbs. And I want to be clear. I'm not blaming any one person. I would take this exact same team and go into next year and ride it out if I could. Obviously, that's not realistic. We're going to lose some guys. We're going to lose some coordinators, probably lose some coaches. But those, to me, were far bigger impacts than whether we should have tried to kick a field goal on 4th down in those 2 situations. Obviously, if we would have got one of those field goals, it might have been different. It might not have, So I know someone's going to say, oh, well, the momentum with going for it on 4th in the second half in that 3rd quarter would have been different. I felt a slight momentum shift, but that fumble is what really put it over top. You could just feel the 49ers come alive after that fumble. The fans got loud after that again, and we still could have pulled it off. We could have. They started getting pressure on Goff. That seems to be the kryptonite of Jared Goff. Once there's pressure, he struggles. So, yeah. Now, again, Lions, I'm very proud to be a Lions fan right now. Great season. I'm looking forward to so much more. I hope we can keep a lot of these guys together. I'll be honest, too. I was kind of upset about the dirty hit by CJGJ on Samuel, that play did bother me. I don't like dirty hits. I don't mind a little bit of talking. I don't mind any of that with CJGJ. But that dirty hit really did bother me. I don't want to see that stuff. I don't think the 15 yards ended up really hurting us there, but I don't want to see that stuff. Something like that can cost you a game down the line, you know? So I know his contract's up. You know, I just hope the Lions don't overpay to keep him. I think we got a lot of good safeties. You know, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on the YouTube channel about the season, about the game, and I'm going to probably do some mock drafts and things like that. So, yeah. But at this point, again, I still think it was a successful season. Looking forward to next year, and I'm excited. I'm hyped. I think Brad Holmes is going to cook something up. I believe, you know, Goff is going to negotiate an extension. We'll see where Goff stands on wanting to stay in Detroit or if he's going to try and get every penny. I understand most likely going to go for every penny. Most players do. But if he really wants to win, maybe he'll not have to take top dollar. But we'll see. We'll see. In Goff, I trust. I trust Dan Campbell. And I definitely trust Brad Holmes in that front office. So, Lions fans, we got a lot to look forward to. I think we're going to be good for a long time. 5, 6, 7 years. So we'll be back here. We'll be back. We're going to have more playoff wins. We're not the same old Lions. We're not. This team is different. So they're built for this. Peace, guys. Have a good one.